It's been a while since I did a fucking review on a movie. It's been like fucking weeks, months, year. When the last time I actually did a fucking movie review? I'm kind of curious right now. Like, I don't remember the last time I actually did a fucking movie review on something. Oh wait, 3 weeks ago. Wow, that's almost a month. The last one I did is about the fucking corny ass movie Across the Spider-Verse. That shit was fucking lame. Overrated ass movie. This is something that's way better than that piece of crap. Fucking Jackie Brown. Everyone requested me to do this review on this movie. This came out in the year I was born, 1997. Starring Pam Grier, Michael Keaton, Samuel L. Jackson, and also Robert De Niro. There's more people besides that, but that's all I'm gonna mention. Oh yeah, and Robert Forster as Max Cherry. Max Cherry is pretty chill in this movie, man. He's pretty laid back. So this is Jackie Brown. This is, I think, Quentin Tarantino's third or fourth movie that came out, and this movie's not really memorable, but it is very underrated. And when I say not very memorable, it's just that a lot of people don't remember this movie. Like to do with Reservoir Dogs and fucking Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill. They always talk about those movies, but they never talk about Jackie Brown. And I never get that. It scratches my head that no one really talks about Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is very funny, very underrated in drama, and I really like this movie. I wish this movie could talk about more than, the other two films. I really like Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Definitely one of my favorite films of all time, but Jackie Brown is definitely number 3 in that category with Quentin Tarantino's top 3 favorite movies of mine. So this movie has a very simple plot. It's very simple. So what happened here is it's all about it's really about Samuel L. Jackson first before Jackie Brown really comes into the story. She showed up in the intro, but it's really about Samuel L. Jackson first. Samuel L. Jackson's character Ordell is a smuggler. He gets other people to smuggle his drugs on planes and send them other places and this and that. And one time, one of his dealers fucked up. Belmont, played by Chris Tucker, he fucked up with the whole gun possessions and this and that. He got arrested and he got out of bail because Max Cherry helped out with that. So he shows up to Belmont's house and tells Belmont to get in the trunk and take this shotgun just in case something happens. Which Samuel Jackson's going to murder his ass in the trunk. Once he starts driving around the circle to this junkyard or something like that, he opens the trunk and bam, kills Belmont, Chris Tucker, and takes his ass out because he fucked up too many times. He got rid of his ass. Robert Forster's character is Max Cherry. He bails people out of jail. Ordell shows up to his place and asks him to bail this person out, bail that person out. That's how it works. And Robert Forster has a best friend. He's played by Debo from Friday, another character just like Chris Tucker. Because Chris Tucker plays Smokey in Friday. So look at that. They don't see each other in this movie. They don't meet each other in this film. They do play in the same film, just like they did in Friday, which they see each other in that film. Debo plays a smaller role as Winston. He's supposed to be Robert Forster's character's assistant. And yeah, his role's not really that big here like he is in Friday. He doesn't really do that much. Winston's a really nice guy, and he just does his regular job for Max Cherry, bondsman. He does his regular job for him. He always smiling all the time, and that's about it. He doesn't really do anything much here. He just smiles, and he's always happy all the time. That's basically about it. He doesn't really do anything that much. He's just like a really smaller role. Even Chris Tucker's character Belmont has a bigger role than Debo here. Debo, yeah, I know Chris Tucker. No, Chris Tucker does have a bigger role than Debo. Speaking of roles, Robert De Niro. Let's talk about Robert De Niro's character. So, Robert De Niro is supposed to be Ordell's like best buddy or something like that, and he doesn't really talk much. He just sits around and he just eats and he farts at his ass and he smokes weed and he fucks his girl. That's all he does. He just sits around and just goofs off most of the fucking movie until like at the middle end of the film he actually starts doing shit. I swear to God, like Robert De Niro, most of the time his career, he does, mafia films and mobster shit, and he's, taxi driver. Here, like I said, he just doesn't really do anything much. He just doesn't really talk much, and he just sits there and watches TV with Samuel L. Jackson's Carrie Ordell, and he watches chicks with big titties with guns and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I was laughing my ass off. It was like so random. They both just sitting there on the couch watching chicks with bikinis shooting guns. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like the goofiest shit ever. It's so funny. They're just sitting there just watching that shit. Oh man. Robert De Niro, like, he's like, sure, I don't mind doing that role. Sit on my ass and just smoke weed and fart. That's all perfect for me. I can do that role. I don't have to talk that much. And the thing is, Quentin Tarantino asked Sly Stallone to play that role before Robert De Niro. Sly Stallone turned it down because, a lot of reasons. I think because he didn't want to play a character that smokes weed and fucks girls and kills girls and shit. I can understand Sly Stallone. He doesn't do stuff like that. He doesn't play those type of roles. I completely understand it. Those type of roles are not for everybody, and I completely understand. Even though that would be pretty funny seeing Sylvester Stallone playing that type of role. Sitting on his ass, watching TV, and just drinking beer and getting high. That actually sounds pretty fucking funny. Seeing him doing that, of all people, just doing that. But besides that, also, Quentin Tarantino again asked Stallone to play another movie called Death Proof, which is also about, killing women again. And he was like, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not playing that type of character. So instead, the guy from Escape from New York, what's his fucking name? Kurt Russell decides to do that role instead, which that's fine with me. I like Kurt Russell, so. Yeah, I can understand. Stallone, like I said, he doesn't do that type of roles. He won't play a character killing women. He doesn't do stuff like that. I don't think I ever seen a movie of him killing a woman in any movie. Not that I remembered. I don't think I remember him actually killing a woman in a movie. Because most of the time he just kills dudes. I never seen him actually kill a chick. Like I said, which I completely understand. Not all of us guys like to kill chicks. I never want to kill a woman either. If I have no choice, I had no choice to do it. I'll have to do it. But let's go back to Robert De Niro. Okay, so like I said, Robert De Niro, he doesn't really do anything much in this movie. He just sits on his ass, he just farts, and that's it. And he doesn't do anything actually at the end of the movie with the girl. And I'm not talking about the sex scene. I'm talking about actually doing stuff with her, with the whole, money scheme and blah, 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 blah. Well, we'll get to that later. Right now, we're just talking about the characters and the story and all that. So the main story is really what happens here is that Jackie Brown gets caught, smuggling drugs on an airplane by Michael Keaton and I think Jay Moore. Am I mistaken? Is that what it is? Other guy, Jay Moore? No, wait, that's Michael Bowen. That's what it is, Michael Bowen. Not Michael Bolton, Michael Bowen. He plays the other detective. And she gets caught by those two. And Michael Keaton is a national treasure. I love him as an actor. He's fucking awesome, man. It's Michael Keaton, man. The guy's fucking hilarious. So, yeah. He get caught by those two, and they confront her, and they search her fucking pocketbook. It turns out she has cocaine in there, and she goes to jail, and fucking Ordell hires Max Cherry to bail her ass out, and Max Cherry gets her out, and he's in love with Jackie Brown. He wants to bang her, and they talk in the car, blah, blah, blah. They go to the bar, they drink, and then he brings her home. Ordell's ready to kill her, ready to strangle her and stab her ass, but she took the gun out of Max Cherry's compartment in his car and points it in Samuel Jackson's gut, ready to shoot him because Samuel Jackson's character is ready to kill her. And he was like, all right, cool it, bitch, cool it. So he decides to leave, and she says she's going to talk to cops about the whole thing and this and that, That happens. What else fucking happened in this movie? Oh yeah, like I said, Winston shows up a couple of times. He's all smiley and happy. He's such a positive guy, man. He's such a positive guy compared to Friday. He's such a positive guy. He's going to have just a good day working with Max Cherry. He's such a nice guy. Him in his fucking pink polo shirt. It's just hilarious seeing fucking Debo so nice in this movie compared to Friday. Friday, he's like a big asshole. Here, he's just a nice guy. I love Winston. Fuck, I love how fucking Ordell makes jokes about the picture of Winston on the wall. Say, who's that big nigga in the picture? Everything that Ordell says in this movie is fucking hilarious. He says the most funniest shit in this movie. I just can't stop laughing at it. Oh, man. Like I said, it's just fucking underrated. But, I think... Oh, yeah, after fucking he killed Belmont, fucking Robert De Niro is sitting in a fucking rocking chair while this fat black lady is, like, dancing in this fucking blue dress or something like that. I'm like, why is he attracted to this lady... This ugly fat black lady with a big ass poofy afro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what the fuck? It's like, this shit, it's like, what the hell is this? Like, really? I know that's how it is in these 70s movies because, you know, Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of these type of movies, so that's why he made this shit. And he's a big fan of Pam Grier. That's why he made this. Especially that one scene in the Reservoir Dogs where all the guys are in the car talking about Pam Grier, you know, these black chicks and this and that it's hard to date a black chick, you know. And he was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll make a movie with Pam Grier. Years later, he decided to do that shit. Like 5 years after Reservoir Dogs, he decided to make that movie. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a movie with Pam Grier. And get Samuel Jackson and Robert De Niro in there. And Robert De Niro doesn't do anything. Until, like I said, till the end of the fucking movie, he does something. Well, like I said, we're gonna get to that soon. We're gonna get to that. So the whole big scheme happens with the whole money thing, and now she's working with the cops with the money, so you try to catch Ordell and stuff like that. I remembered, and they're at the mall, and I think it was like Robert Forster and Pam Grier. You know, they keep switching the money around, and turns out fucking Robert De Niro and the girl got the wrong bag or something like that. And she keeps being like really fucking annoying, the chick. And Robert De Niro's character ends up killing her. I can completely understand that. Kill that bitch. And yeah, like I said, an hour into this movie, well, I think an hour and fucking 30 minutes into this movie, he actually started talking more and starts killing people now. Like he's a Goodfellas character again. Yeah, he started acting like a Goodfellas character now all of a sudden. And he gets in the car of Ordell. He started actually talking shit now. And Ordell didn't like that because he was mad he killed his chick. I mean, fuck that bitch. You know, she just deserves to fucking die. She wouldn't shut the hell up. Make all these weird fucking noises and shit. I mean, she was on fucking drugs, so it makes a lot of sense. But Samuel Jackson kills Robert De Niro's character. He was talking a lot of shit. So he kills him. It's like, bah! Kills him. He was pissed off. They lost the money also. So then he calls fucking the office, Max Cherry's office, and then Winston picks up. Then all of a sudden, Winston goes Debo on him out of nowhere. He was like, no, I'll give you his beeper number. I was like, oh, shit. He's like, and like fucking Samuel Jackson's like, all right, nigga, give me the beeper number. That part was funny as shit. He went fucking Debo out of nowhere. Kick him out the woodwork as Debo. Oh, shit. So he gave him the beeper number. Then all of a sudden, Max Cherry was already there. And he was like saying that Winston told me where you're at. Because Winston can find people even though they're a mystery or some shit like that, he said. He can find anybody that's hard to find. Like I said, this whole movie is just fucking hilarious. I'm telling you, it's just funny as fuck. It's like, it's so random, but it's just funny as fuck. So that happens, and fucking Winston goes where Jackie Brown's at Max Cherry's office, and he was like, he shows up there with a gun, and you know, Jackie Brown's ready to kill his ass. But before he showed up, he kept mentioning about Winston. Like he's like really afraid that Winston's gonna come out of nowhere and kill him because you know Winston's like big as shit. Dude's like 6'6", or he's like buff as hell. So I can understand why he's to be so scared of that dude. He's big as fuck. So he keeps mentioning about is like, I hope you have that big nigga Winston behind me or some shit like that. Imagine that. Imagine that actually happened in this movie. He actually comes behind him and like he fucking kills him. He's like, he like grabs him behind him. He's like, oh shit, nigga! Ah! That would have been funny as fuck. that shit should fucking happen in this movie. Because I would have fell on the floor dying laughing and that shit happened. And fucking Deebo came out of nowhere and fucking grabbed fucking Samuel L. Jackson's character and fucking Samuel L. Jackson goes bonkers. Like, oh, nigga, get off me, get your big ass off me. I will laugh my ass off. But no, fucking Michael Keaton shoots him to death. That's basically what happens. I guess that's fine, I guess. Fucking Winston still shows up in his fucking blue polo shirt. I'm like, he just shows up out of nowhere behind with Robert Forster. Like, I don't know why I find this Winston so funny. He doesn't do anything in this movie but said, I'll give you his beeper number. I was like, I don't know why I find his character to be so funny. He doesn't do anything. He make you laugh for some reason. But that's it for this review. I'm gonna rewatch this right now. Fucking Winston and Ordell.